It's the Riot podcast. Your favorite podcast, I hope.
And now that the gang is back together again.
Yeah, reunited.
Yay.
Boom.
Welcome back, Isaiah.
Is that
Hey,
your
everybody.
catchphrase?
What?
When you go boom.
I got a bunch of them.
I think
That's more of
you're
one of
trying
my
to
sound
make
effects.
that your
There it is.
catchphrase.
That's one of more of my sound effects. I'm waiting for you to put the sound effects in.
Yeah.
And so until
It's
you
your
do
job.
that,
It's your job.
you said you were gonna do it.
I said I was going to do segment intro.
You said you were gonna do it. You literally told me. I don't even have access to.
I gave it. I
You
emailed
never
it to
emailed
you.
that to
Okay,
me.
wait.
I did.
I was in a meeting the other day, and someone was like, "Hey, are they putting in sound effects? Because they
Yeah.
were hoping that they'd be in soon." And I didn't have the heart to tell them that there was nothing there yet. So I was like, "Yeah, some are," and I was counting your boom.
You're like, yeah, we're using some. You haven't heard them on the show.
Yeah.
We're
haven't heard-
working on it, but obviously we need
Some
to
miscommunication
do some
there.
more work on it.
We need some more
Yeah.
sound effects that are not produced or given by us and our own voice.
Yeah.
Got it. We'll work on that.
We'll work on that.
Well, welcome back. Obviously, well, I'm sure in this podcast you'll
But-
get a bit of the trip back from Isaiah from his trip to Seattle.
yeah, and I just want to say there's no sound effect that could replace your boom.
Oh.
There it is.
And we learned that yesterday when you
Yeah,
were
you
here.
missed
Precisely.
it.
There was no boom yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to Seattle, had a grand old time.
Is there anything you didn't tell us in the future of somebody listening to this podcast that you need to tell us now?
I don't think so. I had a
No?
fun time. There wasn't too much to it. I hung out with my friends. I hung around the city. There was a lot of homeless people.
Yeah.
If you live in Seattle, it
it's
smells.
bad.
It smells kind of good there because there's all that water. And so I did enjoy the water. It was a wet
the
place.
fish smell.
It rained a lot, but when it was sunny, it was very pretty.
It was nice.
But it was gloomy for the majority of the time.
Now, if you didn't have friends there, though,
I would never go. I said if my friends move away, I'll probably never return
never come back
to
again.
Seattle. Not that it was bad, but if I'm gonna go on vacation somewhere,
Yeah.
and like take a flight that's like far away, then I'm gonna pick somewhere different. I
You
think.
want to go someplace warmer.
Yeah, a little bit
Yeah.
warmer, so it wouldn't be a return to city.
What was the Airbnb situation like?
It was a great Airbnb.
Yeah, it turned out well.
A real nice one. Yeah,
the
I loved it.
host leave you alone.
The host left us alone the whole time.
Nice.
There were some signs though.
Uh-oh.
A
was-
manageable amount.
Yeah, it's like it was all about like the recycle. There's a big recycling thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's
me, like
Washington,
personally, I
right?
don't recycle. I'm just
Are you
joking. I'm just messing, but
I knew it.
I do recycle.
You
but
guys
there's
want to talk about recycling real quick?
yeah, we're talking about it. You think
So-
it's real?
Sometimes I don't know if I should feel bad. I've talked to myself into not feeling bad about it, but it's really hard. We go through a lot of recycling in my
Yeah.
house. We go through because my wife drinks like Coke Zero, like chain Coke Zero.
I just wish you
drinker.
would have stopped and just said my wife.
My wife drinks.
My wife
yes.
drinks
My
a
wife
lot.
drinks so much. So
She
we're
just
constantly
drinks.
just bottles everywhere.
Yeah.
And so we have to you recycle. But our recycling will fill up long before. They only pick it up once every 2 weeks.
Oh, really? You don't get every week?
Uh-huh. And the recycling container is smaller than even my dumpster.
Yeah.
And I also happen to know that we have more recycling in the United States than we're able to recycle. So we just ship it off to other countries and who knows what they do with it. So sometimes especially with cardboard, I'm like, you know what? Once it rains, this just kind of disintegrates. I'll put
So
it
you
in
just put it in the trash?
I'll just put it in the trash.
Yeah.
You think that's fine?
What you should get,
Yeah.
Eric is also a drinker.
He drinks too.
And so I got him one of those can crushers. So like
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
I've
just,
seen those.
I crush
you,
the cans.
You could just hang it because in that way,
Yeah.
like the canorama that happens every
Yes.
week. Is,
I've learned we do that and still.
Yeah, still.
I use my forehead, but yeah, I do crush them.
you can use your own trash can. Like ours, we get every week, but then we have a full size recycle
Mm-hmm.
trash can that they give you, or you're renting because you pay for
There's
it.
also like a place where I can go and drop off recycling down the road.
Can you get money for cans, or is it
You
just
can for
money?
cans. Yeah, if you have
Here?
enough of them. Yeah.
Here, can
Yeah.
we?
I
Can
think
we?
it depends on different areas, but
yeah,
like
it's not much, and then you have to save all the cans for a long time for it to actually be worth it.
I'll tell you
to
what,
go.
you can have Eric's
Cans?
and with
They'll
your
donate
wives.
'em?
Yeah, then
Uh-huh.
maybe you would
Between
actually
how much
get
the two of them
something.
drink,
Uh-huh.
you should be able to get a couple
And
dollars
do you
worth.
get more money from an energy drink like a Monster
Of
can?
course, it's
'Cause
a little
they're
bit more.
taller?
It's
It's,
taller.
I mean, I've done that before. It's by weight.
Yeah,
but I just don't even know
Gotcha.
where you would do that here. So
She'll need to transition to tall boys then. To the smaller cans, I think.
she's gonna have to drink even more
I think
to make
so.
it worth my trouble, to make it worth the gas.
See, for me, I don't have recycling in my house. I don't have a bin.
Have you signed up for it?
No one's contacted me. They haven't. The recycling people haven't reached out.
You have to reach
about a
out
sign-up
to
form.
them, and you have to sign up for it.
And be like,
sometimes
hey.
you have to, like pay, or it's a part of your trash.
You're telling me that I have to pay to recycle?
Well,
That seems messed
No,
up.
I think with
It
ours,
depends where you live.
our recycling is a part of our trash.
Got it.
So it's all the same, which you pay for your trash.
Interesting. So yeah, for me, I don't have a recycling.
If
bin
you're
as
in
of
the
now.
city, it
I
should
am.
be just included.
Yeah, I'm in
and
the
you
city.
can contact you rent, right? You can contact your landlord for more details. They should have provided you with that.
Yeah, they drop off a can
Really?
or
Yeah.
a little bucket
Maybe there is
or
one
whatever you
somewhere. It might be in
want.
my garage or something. I don't know.
Wouldn't it be the worst if he had a recycling
He
can
didn't
this whole
know it.
time
And I just
he's
didn't know
not
where it
used
was?
it for all the years you've lived where you live?
He's been
didn't know.
using it, but he's been using it for trash. And
These
so-
abs in my trash bin. I'm setting it out there. They're like, dude, seriously? I
Yeah.
can clearly tell this is not recyclables.
Well, I think I told you once before, a few doors down, this one guy was trying to throw away styrofoam, and he put it in his recycling. And then when the recycle truck went by, they took it out and they threw it on their driveway because you can't obviously recycle styrofoam.
And what else is he supposed to do with it?
And they were yelling at him because the guy was
Yeah.
like, "Why are you throwing this out?" He's like, "You can't recycle that." So the guy was just trying to fill it up because his trash was full. So, all right, well, this has been recycling talk.
Recycling.
Uh-huh. We're trying to help.
Yeah, one.
Actually, I feel like we're making it worse, making the earth worse.
I think that's the whole show.
That is how it goes.
Well, make sure you say hi at 877-2-RADIO-U. Enjoy the podcast today, and we hope everybody has a wonderful day.
All right. Catch you tomorrow.
See you guys.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
We finally get to hear about Isaiah's trip. He's returned from Seattle. You did go, right?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't just, you missed your flight and then you're
Good to
like,
check that
well,
out.
I already took Monday off anyway.
Well,
so
I
I'll
for
just-
sure would have not come in on Monday if I already took it off.
I'm with you on that. No questions on that.
Did
so,
you like Seattle?
It was fun. It was
Yeah.
really cool. It was a good time at seeing my friends. So I was real excited.
Now, wait, one could look into that, seeing your friends, but what about seeing the city?
I thought the city was cool. I thought it was an interesting place. It was kind of cold. It was kind of rainy, but it was nice being down by the water and whatnot. A lot of cool greenery. Overall, the trip was real fun.
Did you see a whale?
I saw 3.
3
Yay!
whales.
Saw 3 whales.
Which part of the whale?
I saw the back of the whale. I didn't see a tail. I saw the little
Oh, they didn't jump out of the water?
No, they didn't do that. They do like a little like squirt thing.
The blowhole?
The blowhole. I saw the
Yeah.
blowhole multiple times.
That's
Well, I mean, that's the money
kind of
shot.
cool,
It's-
right?
Yeah.
good.
That's the best thing. Is that the best thing about a whale?
I think so, unless
The
one
blowhole?
would
I
jump
think the
up
tail,
and-
or like I think the tail would
Yeah.
have been cool.
Isn't it crazy that that like people will pay, like, how much did you pay for that?
$100?
You paid $100 to go on the whale watching thing to
How
watch
long was it?
It was 2.5 hours.
to
That's a
see
long time.
3 blowholes. That'd be like if whales came on land. They paid $100 to come on land to see 3 people blow their nose.
Literally.
It's the same thing, right?
It is basically.
So, or cough maybe, because I don't know, they're clearing out their, like, I don't know.
No, I think
respiratory
it would have been
system.
amazing if, you go to the whale tour, spend $100, go back on land and see the same 3 whales
Oh, yeah, as they go by.
as they go by. Like, hey, it's you again.
Look, it's right there.
Yeah, or do they refund people if you don't see a whale?
No.
They don't.
No, they don't refund you.
What a great industry that would be.
You just ride a little boat out there.
Yeah.
But they do give away hot chocolate for free the whole time. All 2.5 hours. So.
How many hot chocolates did you
Oh,
drink?
I drank like 3 hot
You
chocolates.
gotta get your money's worth out of that.
I did.
You come back sick. You're like, I had $100 worth of
Yeah,
hot chocolate.
that's more exciting than the whales. With the whale watching, was that the highlight of the trip, or did anything better happen than that?
Good question. I would say that was probably one of the coolest parts of the trip was the whale watching. I think just like overall hanging out with my friends was my favorite part, just because I don't get to see them very often because they live out there. And so it was nice just like relax and like chill out with them and see the city. The whale watching was cool. If you went, I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
I was kind of skeptical at first if that would be something I would even want to do.
Yeah.
But they said we should do it. So I was like, yeah, we can do it. And I was happy that we did because it was really cool.
Did you get boat sick?
No, I did not. I did not get seasick. I
Oh,
did take a
good.
little nap on the boat, though.
Okay, that means
Did you
probably
miss any
seasick.
whales while you were napping?
I didn't miss any.
didn't?
It was like on the way back, and I was
Okay.
tired. It was early in the morning.
'Cause hang on,
and I was
normally-
real comfortable. It was real nice out there. I was actually the water was putting me to sleep. It felt so good, and so I wasn't.
believe
I
you.
wasn't
Rocked you to sleep
seasick.
like a
I was just
baby.
like it was so relaxing.
Yeah.
Because
It was so
normally
relaxing.
people are like, hey, hang on, let me just close my eyes because
Uh-huh.
I can't handle it
No,
anymore.
it was great. I was honestly put me to sleep. Like right once I got on the boat, I was was like, whoa, this water's so relaxing right now. It's going to put me to sleep. But the worst part of the whole thing was the flight. It was terrible.
I wanted to hear
yeah.
about the flight situation.
Oh, the flight was terrible.
There or back or both?
Both ways. I will say I took Alaska Airlines.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
They're
so they were
amazing.
good.
They're amazing.
So what was the problem?
Probably the
then?
best airlines. I'll say it right now. It was incredible. I got two, not one. I got two drinks.
Really?
Whoa.
2 drinks. I got a Biscoff cookie. I got
Nice.
pretzels. It was incredible.
Whoa,
I got 2 snacks
fancy.
and 2 drinks. I
When
had
you
free
say-
movies on there. They had free texting on there. Oh, it was great.
When you say 2 drinks, does that mean like
they came around twice.
They filled up a little tiny thing of Coke?
No, they
twice?
gave me a can.
They gave you a
me 2
can
cans.
twice.
They gave me 2 cans.
How are they still in business?
They're incredible. I don't know what to
can
tell
they
you.
afford?
But they were like the mini cans. But I'll give it to them. They gave me 2 cans.
They at least went through
Wow.
twice. That is impressive.
But
Yeah.
the people on the plane,
Not
just
good.
no courtesy. Are you crazy? Like bringing on just smelly food twice. One person was sitting right next to me,
Oh no.
and I wanted to be like, "You need to leave.
that was
Like,
it.
what is wrong with you?" And that was the worst part of the flight. Once I
think-
got on the flight there, I was like, "Dang, something smells weird in here." Someone brought on some smelly food.
Yeah.
And I was real upset about it. But I was like, whatever, I'm far away.
Yeah.
The second flight, both times, of course, I'm middle seat because I'm cheap. And then the flight back, I am also in the middle seat. And this woman sitting right next to me had the smelliest food. The whole flight just sitting in her lap.
Do you think it was food she brought with her, or did she buy it in the airport?
She bought it in the airport.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
airport's fault. That should
Yeah,
be
they
against the
can't-
law.
Can't fault her for that.
Well, my
no,
thing was
you can fault the airport. That's wrong.
I
They
think I'm
shouldn't
faulting
do
her for that because number one, you don't bring smelly food on a plane. If it has any smell to it at all, doesn't matter if it's a good smell, if it's a bad smell, if it smells and it's like pungent, you cannot bring that on a plane. That's ridiculous. And number two, we had plenty of time in boarding because we boarded late. You couldn't have eaten it then when you were sitting there in a chair. I ate a full breakfast before I got on the plane.
I think that's what he's most upset about.
You know, our trick that we learned yesterday to get people to shut up, that wouldn't work on smelly food.
No, you should ask her to eat it in the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Maybe
So-
it would work. And the trick we learned yesterday was you tell people if they're being too loud, you say, "Excuse me, can you please keep it down? I've got a funeral in the morning. A funeral early in the morning."
So you could have said, "Do you
Oh,
mind?"
so you just
Yeah, could
Do you mind
could you
putting
take
the
your
food
food somewhere
away?
else? I've got a funeral in the
got
morning.
a funeral. Instead, I just
Yeah.
plugged my nose in front of her face.
Yeah.
Aw, well,
So-
we're glad you're back, and
You shoulda-
otherwise, it feels like you had a pretty good trip.
It was a grand
Should have
trip.
just taken your shoes and socks off.
And just been like, oh, sorry. Does
Yeah.
that smell bothering
Not
you?
even apologize. Just have them out.
Rubbed a bit in the food.
Yeah.
This is the Riot. Radio U.
Got some football news here for you. Nikki, are you familiar with Derek Carr?
Derek Carr.
Is that a name you've ever heard before?
Probably with you guys, but do I know what he?
You think we've talked much about Derek Carr before?
Maybe.
We probably mentioned him.
Maybe mentioned in passing. I wonder if you recognize him. He's the quarterback that looks like he's always wearing eyeliner,
Oh, really? I'll have to
but
take a
he's
picture.
supposedly not.
He just has that look.
He does have that look. My wife thinks he is. I think it's just his eyes. I think he's just. Why would he put on eyeliner to play football?
And you sure it's not like, because I know sometimes you do the reflective thing. It's not even
No,
that.
it's
just
different. Definitely
actual
different.
eyeliner.
Different look.
Which sidebar? What's up with the guys that put like one stripe of like the black on one eye, like vertically?
Mm-hmm.
Why
What's
do
that
they do
supposed
that?
to help
Isaiah,
with?
can you explain that
I
to me?
don't
You're a
even know why
sports
they
guy.
put him underneath. Like, why is Tom Brady doing that? We
It's
don't
supposed
know.
to like that
It's
stops
not
like
true.
the reflection from the lights, but at least that doesn't look cool. Like you're just doing this, I guess, to look cool.
I think that's
just
it's
doing-
all to look cool.
Yeah, which I think if it's not functional, then it's dumb.
I don't
Hey,
think it's functional.
Yeah.
I will tell you, there are a lot of looks of him where it looks like he's wearing eyeliner.
Yeah, but he's not, right?
I guess he's
He's
not.
not wearing eyeliner.
I don't know.
But Derek Carr, he was.
Everybody's post is like, dude wears eyeliner.
There's
Nothing
no
wrong
way.
with that. But...
If he's always wearing eyeliner, you'd have to have one picture of him not wearing eyeliner.
Well, his eyes are beautiful, so I think that's part of the reason. They
he
really
is.
pop.
He's a good-looking guy. Derek Carr was jettisoned from the Las Vegas Raiders, the team he's played for his entire career. Earlier this offseason, they kind of gave up on him.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's still a lot of teams that were interested in bringing Derek Carr in to be their starting quarterback. And now Derek Carr has found a new home.
Where's he going?
He's going to New Orleans.
Are the Saints good or
Meh.
eh?
They're like Derek Carr. They're fair to Midland.
Well, that's perfect. He'll fit right in.
Yeah,
well.
that's right. But shouldn't you aspire for more?
No, because if you're too good and you're going to a meh team, then you're going to be brought
Then
down.
you
Yeah.
can bring up the rest of the team.
No, you almost never can.
Derek Carr is going to make $37.5 million a year. That's what fair to Midland will get you
That works.
at quarterback in the NFL. So, Isaiah, Nikki, what are your thoughts on Derek Carr to the Saints?
Sure, why not?
I think it's solid.
Solid?
Very average across the board.
Guys, we got to be more controversial. We
Oh,
need
no, there's
We need a
nothing.
hot take.
No,
I would
there's-
say, they're
that's
just...
an awful lot of eyeliner.
Yeah, it's just such an average. It's such an average team with such an average quarterback.
Maybe
so.
my hot take is that he's not wearing eyeliner.
Oh,
And
maybe.
I just think
Oh.
that's what he looks like.
That
That's
could
the
be.
controversial thing.
I guess I'm nicer. I feel like congratulations, he's found another team. That's great.
Yeah.
I think congratulations to him. I think you want to hear my hot take? It's not that hot. It's two things can be true. One, he's better than what the Saints had. He might even be the best quarterback in their division, but he's still not that great. And so the Saints are not going to be that great.
Oh, so you're saying
yeah.
they're going to be average?
They might. They have a good chance
you
of
guys
making
need more
the playoffs.
controversial takes. Repeat
Yeah.
exactly what I just said.
They're gonna be okay, but I guess he's getting overpaid. I guess my hot take is they shouldn't do it. They should aspire for better. They should try to get a guy who's actually good. Go draft somebody. If I don't know if they have picks, go take a big swing. Don't go for Mr. Mediocre, Derek Carr.
Well, I mean, they're going for it.
Yeah.
So he is going to be paid $37 million a year with $100 million in guarantees.
Yeah, I think it's a safe move for them. Like, I think it's a very safe move for them to go with Derek Carr because your team isn't going to be terrible next year. You're in a bad division, and so you probably have a good enough record to where not that many people could get fired. But if you take a risk on a guy, then you're putting
Yeah.
yourself in a little bit more harm's way. A safe move for the Saints. They're definitely not trying to win it all, but I think they're trying to keep their job for now.
That's,
Can you imagine getting
what an
C-
indictment?
He gets $60 million at signing. Can you imagine that? They should be like, "Hey, has it cleared the bank yet?"
Yeah.
$60 million.
I keep checking my account. It doesn't seem like it's come through.
Wow.
I'm running a little low here.
Is-
Can you send the $60 million?
I think that's a direct deposit.
Yeah.
So, good for him.
Wow. That's what being pretty mediocre gets you in the NFL as a quarterback.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Even give me the bad price.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take less than that.
Hudson, Nikki, The Riot on Radio U.
We've seen stories like this before, and I don't know why. I've had an easier time taking them seriously. But dating billboards.
Oh, yeah.
From time to time, it's always a guy.
Yeah.
Always a guy that will pay to put up a billboard in some town where the dating apps just haven't been working for him, and so he's trying to find a new method. That's what this guy's doing. A guy named Robert Siegfried. He's 43 years old, feels older than other people we've seen doing this. He's from Janesville, Wisconsin.
That means he's serious because he's ready to settle down.
You think
With
so?
The hat he's wearing with a little lady.
Yeah. The billboard says, date Robert, Wisconsin's #1 eligible bachelor, looking for a local, honest woman. And then he gives his phone number, call or text.
Aw.
And I do appreciate that he, if you look closely, it says with a little asterisk, don't text or drive.
Okay.
Thanks, Robert.
Because you're looking at that billboard when you're driving.
That's right. And you can't help but just whip out your phone right there.
away.
I need to text Robert and give him a call. But he's got a look. He says he's a country boy at heart, and he's got a belt buckle. He's got a black cowboy hat.
He says he likes country music. It actually looks like he'd be a fit. What do I keep seeing the ads for? Remember that
Farmers only.
farmer dating
I don't know if
show?
Robert's a farmer though.
Because he was just more country.
I think I don't think you get him out if he had to milk a cow, I don't think he'd know what he was doing. He just likes listening to Jason Aldean, probably.
He just likes to look. He says dating sites weren't working for him. Nothing was. So he decided to do the billboard to see if he could meet someone from that.
But it just looks like he's so comical to me. I've seen other people, and I think they really want, and I'm not saying that he doesn't want to actually find some dates from this, but I just have a hard time believing him. He refuses to take his cheap sunglasses off.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a
What
a
was
red
the one
flag,
guy,
right?
the tiger guy?
Tony the Tiger?
No, Tiger King.
Tiger.
It reminds me of his glasses. Not the rest of his look.
Yeah,
but
what's
just,
that guy's name? Joe Exotic.
Yeah, that sort of look.
Yeah, and some of the other stuff. He says he hasn't gotten the response he's been hoping for. He does say, this is his quote, "You'd be surprised at how many pictures I'm getting. It's crazy. It's like, oh man, next, which sounds like somebody that's not getting any text sent to him.
Yeah.
But he just says he just hasn't found the right person from this text and calls that he's been getting, even though he's been getting a lot. So I don't know. Maybe he's just got his standards are too high.
He's
or
just trying to find
he's just
someone.
got a certain person in mind that may or may not be out there for him.
Now,
I don't know.
I am hoping number one eligible bachelor, Robert, again, 43 in Wisconsin. He's a new billboard dating guy.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you use like a Google number or something because
You don't want to give out the actual number.
You don't want to have your number up there for.
That's what I was thinking. He's got to be getting a lot of spam.
Yeah, probably.
On that number. Also, we'd be remiss. Maybe this is partly why I have a hard time taking him seriously without mentioning that online court records show that Siegfried had a restraining order put in place against him for a 4-year period last year.
Oh, now,
so maybe that's why he's having trouble.
Hang on, that's
on
different.
the dating apps.
That's an onion layer. Starting to feel a little bit.
It doesn't mean that he doesn't deserve love, but it's definitely going to make it harder for him, and he's going to have to show that he's made some updates and changes to the kind of person he is.
You know, I was trying to be supportive this whole time, and then you tell me that, and you're like, well, now we have a problem.
They really bury it in the news story. It feels like what if some lady texts him and didn't read the whole story?
That's an important part.
Yeah, so I didn't want to leave that out. I think that should be known. And Robert, I wonder if he realized they were going to include that when he started putting this up there and agreed to the news story.
Robert, that's a negative.
Yeah.
That is a red flag.
That might make it harder for you,
Which
Robert.
is why maybe you haven't met the right person yet.
Yeah, you might have scared him away.
Maybe you did, and you bothered her too.
The Riot with Hudson and Nikki on Radio U.
I want to talk a little bit about the mullet. You guys think it's making a comeback?
I have seen many people start to have one, so I think it is actually.
It's definitely been back.
Yeah.
I think my roommate told me last night that he wants to get one. Oddly enough, he told me last
summer
night.
Season?
Yeah, for the summer season because he has long hair, and so he said he wants to get a mullet for the summer season.
He's got to get a pair of those sunglasses then, the kind of wrap around multicolor lenses.
Yes.
Yeah, that.
Those have been popular too for a while.
I know those
Those are
go
back
hand
as
in
well.
hand with the mullet. I'm saying.
Eric got a pair of those, and I'm like, I can't walk near you when you're wearing
He
those.
needs a mullet then to match
those
up
are
with
intense.
those. Okay, it's not just anecdotal. There's actually some data here that says that the mullet movement is making a comeback, and it ties back to, I think, that the idea of there's stuff you see when you're a child growing up and you see like grown-ups doing it. And so then you think it's cool. And then when you become a grown-up, that stuff hasn't been cool for 20 years, but now it's still cool to you.
Back.
So you want to do it to make it because it was cool when you were a kid. And so I think that's why people are doing it. But here's, I have a survey on mullets and whatever, but I was just thinking, I really don't want to talk about the survey. What I really want to talk about is we've done the show for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
And the only one who has changed their hair even a little bit is me.
Yeah.
And I think that's time for that to change. I think we all need new hairstyles. We need to spice things up.
Ooh, what do you suggest?
That's what I want to know.
For you?
If I don't know.
Because you wear a hat. I feel like you could be suspected of having a mullet.
That's why
already.
I don't know. I don't know if that would
time.
be different enough.
Yeah.
So I feel like for me, if I was going to do something different, maybe like a flat top.
Oh.
That'd be way different for me.
You think you can do that?
That'd be way different for me, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be way different.
It would definitely be way different. Any other suggestions for me?
I think if you colored your hair a different color.
Yeah, why don't you just color it?
Well, it's pretty dark, so it'd be hard to do that.
You could
just bleach it.
You could do a nice red or something, a blue.
If I bleached my hair.
I think you could bleach it.
And just kept it the same length.
Yeah, exactly.
That would, what would I look like?
And then if you ended up damaging
I'd have to
your
get some
hair,
of those sunglasses.
then you just, cut your hair down and have fun with it.
Just grow it back.
All right, well, listen, I also am the only one that's changed my hair slightly since we've started the show. What about you guys? Isaiah, your hair.
I talked about getting a mullet for a while.
You could totally pull it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had like kind of thicker, wavier hair. So I was thinking about not getting like a long one, but one of the ones that kind of stops like right here in the back, you know?
Around the neck.
And so, yeah, I was thinking about doing a mullet for a while. I just never committed to growing my hair out long enough to actually do it.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have the personality to like just go for it, you know?
Yeah.
Just try something crazy.
Yeah,
And
so
you should
I don't
do
know.
that.
But like, what else would I do if I wasn't going to do that?
Mohawk.
A mohawk. Now that's crazy
Or
talk.
you want to bring something else back that was popular shortly after the mullet. That thing where you like gel your hair and then make it like flip up in the, you know what I mean?
You mean
Like kind of like a little like awning coming
a
off.
spike?
Of yeah, just
mean
the
just
spike in the front of the hair.
front?
Is
Hudson,
that?
you've really thought of some ideas
I'm
for
trying to come
him.
up with different ideas.
You mean to spike my hair in the front? That's
yeah,
ridiculous.
just in the front.
The wildest
That's
thing I've
the
ever
next
heard.
thing that's going to come back because that was popular when I was a kid, which is after mullets.
Yeah.
So I think that you could bring that back.
You mean to gel my hair in the
You
front?
could be on
No
the
way.
cutting edge of that.
I am against that one. I would rather do the
Nikki,
mullet.
come on. You're with me, right? He should do that.
I think you could do that, and then you could go to like Sam's Club or Costco and get the big gel.
Uh-huh.
My hair's just rock
What is
hard
it? LA
solid.
Looks or something like that?
It's rock solid.
The bucket of gel.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay. And what about Nikki then? What are we going to do for you?
You should dye her
A new
hair.
I'm not
hairstyle.
doing anything. I
Easy.
already dye my hair.
Yeah, dye
I
it
know, so you
again.
need to change it up.
We need some color over there.
But do you know how hard it is once you finally get it to a blonde color? Because my hair is naturally very dark brown.
Yeah.
I could never mess it up because then I'd have to go back to getting it back down to blonde. So I'm afraid that's a no.
What haircut can we give you that would accentuate all the hard
Maybe you
work
could do like a
put
bob.
in?
Have you ever thought about a bob?
Yeah, I think a bob could work.
I think that's a good idea.
I feel like hair feels like a security blanket, and that would be cutting the blanket away.
That would be cutting a lot of
bowl
blankets.
cut. You want to try a bowl cut?
bowl cut.
Any of us
yeah.
could do that.
Yeah. All right. I'm writing all this down because maybe this will be an idea.
I think Nikki's hair is very personal.
It
personal to her.
seems very personal.
Yeah, there's other things she might change, not the hair.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
or
well-
I could be the one. They say mullets are back for guys, but then maybe I could just shave a little side thing.
could serve for women.
that's
could do
right.
that.
There you go, a pioneer. I like it.
Because I love people staring at me.
Yeah,
so.
you love attention.
What if you get a perm?
Oh, I used to have a perm when I was younger.
Ooh,
Really?
See, try it again.
There we go.
Try it again.
Yeah,
Bring
that'll-
it back.
That'll ruin hair along with coloring it.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.